How do pro bloggers always have blog ideas? What is a pro blogger to start off with? Actually, I think it means someone who is successful in their blogging and has a large audience. Someone who is a influencer or a guru or recognized in the blogging world, in the blogosphere, if you want to call it that. How do they get blog ideas? Well, the usual sort of thing that people say is that to get ideas, you need to read a lot, you need to read a lot of blogs and a lot of social media articles or conversations or discussions, and you may want to subscribe to lots of blogs via feed readers to always have the latest posts coming into your feed so you can keep abreast of everything that goes on. And that's a great idea. You've got to be aware of what is happening now. The latest, most important ideas and up-to-date trends and all sorts of goodies need to be coming into your inbox on a regular basis so that you are in constant touch with the online technical world. But I am going to ignore that, and I'm going to say that you can find things out very well from your audience. And if you are a pro blogger, you use your massive audience to your own advantage. And the best way to do this is to be constantly in touch with them. In touch with them through your comments, they commenting on your blog posts and on your social media updates. And it's extremely necessary to maintain this contact with them on a regular basis. Now, your audience is actually a great source for new content and blog ideas. They can give you excellent feedback, offer you suggestions, and guide you in the correct way that your niche should be going, or the industry that you are working on, and they will let you know of things that they have heard that might be advantageous to you. Some of you may have heard of something called social listening. Social listening is you go into social media and you sit and listen, watch and read. I call it lurking and learning. This means that you sit back and you listen or read to what other people, especially your chosen audience, what they are saying, what they are talking about, what are they discussing, who are they discussing, not just subjects, but people. Is it about you? Great. Is it about your competitors? Interesting. Is it about the latest celebrity? Is it about something the government's done? All sorts of different things can be flying around the web. If they're discussing you and you happen to be a business and they are discussing your latest product, woohoo! And if they're discussing something in a way that there is a problem with your product, then you ought to prick up your ears and listen some more. When you've been listening and finding out, in the background, quietly and patiently, you should be gleaning all the necessary information you need before you join them in their conversation. You don't jump in before you are ready. You take the information you have learned and you use this to enhance their conversations. You don't take over their conversations. That's very important. You are joining in as one of them, one of their crowd. They may know that you are the pro blogger or the business, but they may not. And if you are successful and you are very clever in how you join the conversation, they hopefully will open up to you and feel comfortable enough to be able to respond to you accordingly. So the answer is that to acknowledge the topic of their discussions, if you can, and is actually applicable, offer help and advice. A lot of businesses will actually take the advantage of this to promote their customer services in a way that's actually on the spot with their customers. But if you are a pro blogger, you could maybe ask them a bit more about what they're talking about, find out what their ideas and their opinions are, get more information about what they think about not only your latest post, but what other people have written about, what they have written about. Hey, don't forget, some of your audience are definitely going to be bloggers themselves. And use this opportunity to glean as much as you can. Find out more information about the trends you may be following at the moment, your particular niche, maybe a focus that you want to look at in the future, and anything else that may be arriving on the horizon. It is so important to use your audience in such a way that you are friendly and accommodating towards them. They hopefully respond exactly the same way back to you. This helps to form relationships with your audience, which is only going to encourage them to comment back whenever you write a post or find them on social media. And all this toing and froing is going to give you far more information than you need, which you can then go straight back to your office and put into your content calendar, because every pro blogger has a content calendar. They don't write things off the cuff. They've all prepared their stuff well in advance, and they can fit it into their schedule so that it comes out at exactly the right moment when the audiences are going to be interested in what they have to say.